Good afternoon and thank you for joining us. I'm Yvonne Greer. Just one day after laying George Floyd to rest, his brother is testifying before Congress about police brutality. SKYLER Henry has more details from Capitol Hill.
FLOYD Floyd arrived on Capitol Hill to testify about police brutality. His brother was laid to rest in Houston Tuesday after dying under the knee of a police officer.
The man who took his life, who suffocated him for 8 minutes and 46 seconds, he still called him sir as he begged for his life.
Mr. Floyd said police officers need to learn necessary force.
I'm here to ask you to make it stop. Stop the pain. Stop us from being tired. George called for help and he was ignored. Please listen to the call I'm making to you now.
Democrats say millions of Americans are crying out for change.
We must have real reform and real change, and frankly, anybody who stands in the way of it is going to get bowled over.
Republicans say it's time for real solutions to police brutality, but say defunding police is not the answer.
It is pure insanity to defund the police. And the fact that my Democrat colleagues won't speak out against this crazy policy is just that frightening.
George Floyd's death has prompted Congress to put together new laws aimed at reforming police practices. House Democrats unveiled their plans on Monday, while Senate Republicans are still working on their plan.
White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows and advisor Jared Kushner held talks with Republican Senator Tim Scott Tuesday about what kind of reforms the Trump administration will accept.
Yeah, we're not going to get into specifics. I think to negotiate it in the press would do a disservice to the senator and his colleagues.
CBS News obtained a draft of Senator Scott's plan. It includes new reporting requirements for deadly use of force incidents by police, increased funding for body cameras, and de-escalation training. SKYLER Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
President Trump tweeted praise this morning for Congressman Jim Jordan speaking out against defunding the police. He also says he plans to speak with faith leaders in Dallas on Thursday to address justice disparities. The Minneapolis Police Department will withdraw from police union contract negotiations. Today, Chief MEDARIA ARRADONDO announced the first steps in what he says would be transformational reforms to the agency in the wake of George Floyd's death.
I am immediately withdrawing from the contract negotiations with the Minneapolis Police Federation. I plan to bring in subject matter experience and advisors to conduct a thorough review of how the contract can be restructured to provide greater community transparency and more flexibility for true reform.
Arradondo added it is debilitating for a chief when there are grounds to terminate an officer and a third-party mechanism works to keep that person on the street. Governor J.B. Pritzker is visiting cities across central Illinois, making appearances at protests in honor of George Floyd. In Springfield, he met with young people who led demonstrations at the Capitol last week. He thanked organizers there for paving the path for the future and talked about where the state should go from here.
Sometimes I go places and it's very difficult to get socially distanced when an awful lot of people show up, and I'm not going to run away, and especially at this moment it's important to express ourselves.
The governor says he wants to focus on police accountability, criminal justice reform, and continuing to reinvest in black and brown communities.